And how confident Omomuti radio nyina so West Stadium nyina ya kamfo Santiforma. And Kwaku Oteng Asantini we be radio ewo enkrame mu. We be radio no owie no asay poison and san gu abontene. And what is Santifor boys will be good enne omudi mu hine mo spiritual leaders or a pedophile. What basis? Where is your evidence? You at least say you are a journalist. At least do your research to come with something evidential, something substantial before but radio. So Kwaka say a whole Nungwa chief, spiritual head is a pedophile. And the young men and women are walking and drinking with this guy. Nobody has poured petrol on this guy. And this guy is still walking on the land. Okatakyie made an address by Bechiremo. In fact. And this boy, it is so funny that Ura Angel Hona, a Santifone Guo. And the idea in answer they need to denigrate in crime for because we are Kwasia for.
Abusha Kevin Taylor Abusha for what in Sembi air tuja. Na Kevin Taylor edin Sembi air tuja. Na ayen Sembia chese akoso ewo mangane mu ano so yede. Okasafa ho Abusha for the ensemwa. Mwamu nimse nansiya anen Sembi ebetoja ewo nkrame mu se eye traditionally the be Abusha for uko nkrame mu a chese traditionalist Abusha for mu hon mu nyina ono eni penye Abusha for Odano, nebeto just say sapeni, omude 12 years old girl ayeden amano aware eno and a beye buru ha ewo mangane muche so bia e kasafa ho ema Okatakyie Afrifa ono so beye den ebe kasafa ho ema ne koka se sa ene si dia ene traditional leader no em se wa bodam o say in this era this 21st century ana 63 years old traditional leader obekwa koyede obekwa ko wari 12 years old girl sesa ne si ye dia ene em sesa traditional leader no wabodam abusia eno sansem no ana Kevin Taylor abusia omuni ya osikum wasi won tiase se Okatakyie Afrifa obetime eden akasa akyere sa traditional leader no na oye enkrani ntino ana Okatakyie Afrifa oye den wo kasa akyere no na obetumi akasa akyere otumfo Osetu the second obetumi akasa ensem na eden akyere nana enam obua omu enkrafo ntino oye den Woki kansa ansem no osi enkrafo no omache kra na die koso no eye Dr. Kwaku Oteng ana oye den wo so sa no mani nyina so because ono Dr. Kwaku Oteng no ni nyuma wa biebie no efa enkrama mu no oye den wa biebie no ana ne nsa na odi enubone ayeden ayensa no enkrafo ne nom ne kese no monom so a abusuafo na ayeden ne kunkum mo ana wasa ayeden Wamana kola abedidi enkrafo traditional leader waba abedidi na tem o say omache samre o senka Dr. Kwaku Oteng FM station o mayeden o ma bene ne town samre enko say Okatakyie Afrifa o mayeden chese omudija atunu mu ahye no kra ahye baby a odanyina abusuafo according to Kevin Taylor o senka enkrafo samre no mayeden Omashe Okatakyie Afrifa ashe Dr. Kwaku Oteng ni nyuma owo ewo nkrame mo senko omashe ni nyina abusuafo omude Kevin Taylor ni video yi omude sende me no omu ase busa say hey Kevin Taylor na ka say so obetumi didi obi atem e ma ye hye no a em senka wo Kevin Taylor de anka wo busuafo ba kokra anye de anka ba kokra entiase because wo watumi edidi empanyimfo atemwa edidi evi kra no otumfo osei to the second wo Kevin Taylor what me eden edidi na tem etinka yetumi shi obi because we didi obi atemwa em se wo de anka wo busuafo ba kokra anye de ba kokra entiase ebusuamu de mumie video num nie nkotie nsem a Kevin Taylor wakaye.
Now, Yatiana say Nungwa for. So we studied last week when I came. This topic was very, very hot. And so many people were surprised that, Adna Kevin Taylor anchor Nungwa sem, yes say, a traditional, a spiritual leader be, or Nungwa, wako ware akwarabi 12 years, and uncle 4 dinner tem, Adna Kevin Betina Hano, Kevin or Maba, Adna one did akwana temni be. But if you look, so check it when I spoke on it, I was very careful and very, very, very precise. Say, there are constitutional idea anymore. And there are agencies that have been given the mandate to look at these things. Say obi ya adia o Ghana. Say eya bonia. The constitution and emrana yanwini and nyoma you putting in place. We have to activate those things. And no baby we say nipa ne di bonia and I say ondi boni. But we cannot out of our head start to go after people just because of where they are coming from, just because of the way they think or the way they look, maybe just because they don't look like the way we do, they don't do things the way we do our things. So they become an easy target to denigrate, to insult, to try and bring down, to make people feel we are better. And I was very careful. I said we should allow the necessary agencies that the Constitution has given the mandate to do their job. There's DOVSU, there's Outrage, there's the Ghana Police Service. They are institutions into say the course na in force remember, you cannot move away from customs, traditions. There was nowhere we heard anybody in Ghana say what happened between in that community, and I said the papa no we don't know anything about it. Nobody made such statement in Ghana. As far as I know, in Kranibia Mabontina because where the NT as far as I know, Asantibia Mabontina because where the NT say Akwara Yedinesi Akonyaso and I say Yedinesi to represent something, and I said with D a Jinimwa Obi. And I said, we did Jinimwama Kunya, we did Jinimwama Bosom. No tribe in Ghana was able to come out and say, this is alien to us. Where do you be that? This is new. So this man, he has created his own traditions and customs, or they echo against the Constitution. That's why we were very careful. Because when I sat here, before I came on the show, my team told me we had serious discussions. And they were like, boss, we need to take our time and research the Constitution first. Constitution, what it says. When we are able to conclude that this man we can go full on that person. But as we stand, or as it stand, or as it stood, my research team was like, boss, let us do thorough research. See where this thing is heading before you comment on it. So we are not going to spend time because we don't have all the facts to make a conclusion on this. Sa asemi ewo nungwa traditional righty. Some people have decided to take that particular thing to undermine the Ga people. And I'm speaking to the Gamanche, the opinion leaders. In Penifua Mwon crying. You might not like me, some of you. I have no problem with that. Maybe you people think I'm too hard-hitting. I don't mince words. Maybe sometimes you people think you are affiliated to the NPP. So whatever I would say to save the young Ga or the Ga tradition itself or the Ga people, some of you will do everything possible to act as if you've not heard anything. That's fine. That's why I'm saying, my focus is on the Ga young people, not the Impenifono. The Impenifono know what to do. The elders in the Ga community, the Gamanche to the last spiritual leader in Accra, they know what is right and what to do. But the young man walking on the street, no, at the end of the day, he needs to understand what is happening. Because if he does not understand or she does not understand, in the next year or two, obi ebe jira de nim embra yesi eye Gamanche yebe si ne hene no obi boga ko hwe toilet gu Gamanche no aka say you this tribe you are a bunch of fools. And that is what we have to prevent. We should not allow people to take opportunities and use those opportunities to underestimate or undermine other tribes. Asamaba, it's fine. And at this point, I will never sit on my platform anywhere and justify what the man did or condemn what the man did until the Constitution and the institutions mandated to take action let us know what it clearly says. Then, as a journalist here, I can also speak on it. But if you ask me right now, if the man has committed a crime, if you ask me personally, I will not make my daughter do that. It's a personal decision. But my personal decision does not matter when customs and tradition are being put together. That is why there are rules and regulations. So even within our freedom to do whatever we want, there are still rules that governs us that we need to look at. And we need to go look in the holy book, the holy grail, that is Ghana's constitution. But as it states now, nobody has been able to come on TV to officially documented anything to say this man is guilty. The Ghana Police Service, the CID, the Yoko, the Dovsu, they have not been able to categorically say this man needs to be arrested because he's a pedophile. Now you understand. That means there is still room for people to explain things to us. Till date, Obia or the basis, Okuta fact, Puyaka said, this man, this customs, this tradition, all that we are hearing are insults. All that we are hearing are people making the Ga people think they are animals. Now, those who made derogatory remarks against the chief priest and the community should do the needful. Ni ama adi. In California, say right now, no, I saw Nanaba Namwa insult the chief priest. I don't care. They know what to do to her. There were so many of them on radio, but there's one particular one that stood out. And the reason is that it is the line of conversation and deliberate undermining of Nkranfoɔ to make them look like animals, to make them look lesser than the Ashanti tribe. I'm going to say this. I'm not going to mince words. To make Nkranfoɔ look like, say, even yenya kamfoɔ nkra na yetia Nkranmemu no, still yehu Nkranfoɔ so meyankwasiafoɔ. That is how Kwaku Afrifa wants this matter to look like. This guy. So that is how he's preaching the message. And that is what Kwaku Oteng has told them to do. Even though Kwaku Oteng has established his company on the land of Nkranfoɔ, where they can go to Kwaku Oteng's radio and burn it down and whoever is in it. And they deserve to do that. Kwaku Oteng eshenkofo wechi for them to disrespect the Nungwa people, the chiefs and the youth of the Ga. The Ga youth, the Ga area, the youth. It is a deliberate thing. Now, one that was as a crampa. Send this was send or your convo. Now, as some way by, let's hear. And my worry is the words this boy, sat on radio to use. There is no way, sir, Kwasi Ampenyi way. Say nyan Nkranfoɔ na ombu omo na Kwaku Oteng emu Nkranfoɔ. Ehun Nkranfoɔ so omo yankwasiafoɔ. Like this thing, Akwawe or problem with his spinal cord. How can this boy sit on radio and sing Nkranfoɔ asase so? Editing Nkranfoɔ them say omo ye foolish breeds.
Hine bi mumfani ni di mam yeso ye no wosi no ngwa de ah Bobu Ulomo awaye dey chief priest eye dey awaye dey waye chief priest etwonye nungwa hene na waye ayi and in 21st century in this age and era freedom waye chief priest etieso wale akola 12 years wabodam ko oye chief priest no ngwa for monga njem chief priest so mo mental problem mo oye be man so ade make am abunfu open dum tv no sense hunu say ya na mbedi 21st century dum tv ni dum entie kura dum no ko well human beings what make him a boom for open Doom TV no. Since who say I'm in 21st century Doom TV ni Doom and Tiakura Doom no. Well, human beings, what breeds are this? Well, human beings, what breeds are this? Well, human beings, what breeds are this? Doom and Tiakura Doom no. Well, human beings, what breeds are this? Tiakura Doom no. Well, human beings, what breeds are this?
This boy sat on Angel FM. Said the spiritual leader of the Nungwa people were bottom. Jesus Christ. Or say 21st century. And my boy, when you had that vigor, sitting on the land of the Gans, telling the spiritual leader of the Nungwa people, including all Gans, the youth, this boy said on national television, say, what breeds are these? What you say? Kwame Afrifa radio so to Angel radio so. Catch and crime for Oma hemfo, Oma spiritual leaders, Oma penny for Oma bo and crying no one buying no. And Oma youth and say, Moya more bang, what kind of breeds are you? Now, mo spiritual leader na bodam. Yeah, just like that. One kind of santimemo. Sebio and the say on 102 dia or can in crime for assassin. So the youth of Ga in crime for youth are sitting there. Nobody has burned a Angel FM down. Nobody has burned this boys where he sleeps down. This boy is still walking on the streets of Ghana or Taifa. This boy is still bold enough to be walking on the streets of Ghana. And no youth in Accra is worried. And I sit there and ask myself, now one kind of at this point, what again do you want to see for this riffraff, this dirty soul? Ne papa benya is whatever. Wey, ne mameti a spentex, but then mameti demba bechiramo. This dirty fool, cause here way at with now catch and crime for say, what breeds are these? Obetuma kata na chotu for. Obetuma kata na che ahemfuro mgu asantimemu no. No, because in crime for youth no, with all due respect, you don't know what you want. When concession was in crime, this guy. And cause baby odin the two bet Koda police station. No catch police was I am police, please, I cannot stay home. This is what this guy is supposed to be saying today. Ewakra. He needs to come out and say, police, please keep me in the police station. Because if someone to war and this boy is able to tell your spiritual leaders, your chief, your king, say, what kind of breeds are you? He didn't stop there. Now, this is what he went on to say. Now, make sure mo twist no that disrespect these food. And then Kwaku Oteng does not respect in kind for somewhere Jimmy. Or young Kwasiansana, na or the chemicals ne fra na enkran for youth ne nom na omo de bonyo funeral no move. Kwaku Oteng is the one behind this monkey telling the Ga people say, what breeds are you people? Now more spiritually than a bottom or ten crime for us so. Why should this boy be sleeping in his home tonight? Now muntie de okaka
hini bi mumfa ni di mam yeso ye no wozi no ngwa de hini bi mumfa ni di mam wo ukoye obeka se nananom se nananom nka hwe dabi ahonhom ne nka hwe atro we ye pedophile we pedophilia we ye pedophile exactly. If you are interested at this age, if you are interested in 12 years, you are a pedophile. That's all. It's that simple. Exactly. And I had a question,
this guy has no evidence. And how confident? Omomuti radio so what's the I come for Santiforma? And a Kwaku Santino will be a radio en crime. We be a radio no. Oh, we are not a poison and sang guabontin. And what's a sign Santifor boys will be good at ene. Omudimuine, most spiritual leaders or a pedophile. What basis? Where is your evidence? You at least say you are a journalist. At least do your research to come with something evidential, something substantial before Betimejina Radio. So Kwaka say a whole Nungwa chief, spiritual head, is a pedophile. And the young men and women are walking and drinking with this guy. Nobody has poured petrol on this guy. And this guy is still walking on the land. Otataifa, made an address by Bechiremo. In fact. And this boy, it is so funny that Ura Angel Hona, Asantifone Guo. And the idea in answer they need to denigrate in crime for because me and Kwasia for. Boy, we and think crime no free a kurase. Bonfa kurase abefuasha homa. Bonfa metuma junso afa ho. Kwasia we papa betena nkran. Obedi jantra fonya ace ye twenase we ntuma nsi dan kura baako. Dan kura adu idem ne papa ntuma nsi bi. This boy. Ne papa ntuma nsi dan kura. You know the funny thing? Kwasia we oye so tribal no. Anwonafo mba nkwa no dada omo. Enkwara wa wunyo ne anwonafo na wo ye. Onu ankasa na santifo mba kura omumpe no. Asantifo ma Sibia ne suman tinti asantini mba ampompe no. But to the issue itself, how can this boy be walking on the street of Accra and you want me to respect in crime for? You want the ordinary person or to respect you, the Ghana people? No. This is how you earn your respect. So the leadership of the Ghana Mo Accra no. What is your standard neding? The boy is saying that you people are foolish breeds. The Ghana people are foolish breeds. Na in Krania betina TV so ebe kabro fo akire me. Na in Krania be frame show say I'm the youth of Accra. I support NPP. This boy works for Kwaku Oteng, who is the primary sponsor of the NPP. Where also oya santini. Eyen kran fo asase so no te no odidi. Odidi won kran fo asase so se pete. Ni krom sanka asase papa wo ho a yetu betena so ebo brama ne yanka won firi bomfa embetena mo asase so. Kwasia we kamon kran fo na mutu firi nkran. And you went to live in his hometown and come benyam with some more. Even living with you, they live on your land. They feast on your land like scavengers. These are disease of human beings. I'm respecting crime for no info. See the way he was mentioning the man's name. See his body language. It shows to say, "Oh, mo somewhere Jimmy." So right now, Obeko Taifa, na boy sitting down and him almost trying to say, "Oh, this is not the time for this boy to even live at Taifa." I'm telling you. Na yire ne mba osan komu nyina tumi tu Taifa enne. Anaju ko ni san komu tumi da ho. Because it's not so difficult to put a entuma in on a gallon and no petroma to throw in the house and put matches in there. Because this boy has shown to say, baby otina moment baby tina no ohum somewhere Jimmy.
Wa obisia enye Kevin Taylor anamotene kano. Wakane sem wacheche sem ni nyina mu so no de obisia enkrafo no omo chekra enko se samre Okatakyie Afrifa omayeden omekeja atunimu enko se nka samre Dr. Kwaku Oteng ni numa e won kraman mu omayeden omekeja atum ebusiafo edi asem ana wo so wo kafa ho comment section hono tre wadin e fa sansem ho ahanom eye Puyaka TV we see a top for moi yet the bebro. It is a way of first time and you pomodia subscribe me notification so click all no send your video pia ye di betumuno won son sabekan when ye biasha me dasi bebre.